morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the solution of homogeneous integral equation. Solution of homogeneous integral equation. Especially, we are going to discuss about the solution of the homogeneous integral equations of Fredholm type of second kind. That is, we have to find the solution of homogeneous Fredholm integral equation of second kind. And here the kernel of these type of the problems are of special type, and we have to find the solution of the integral equations or the homogeneous integral equations who has the separable kernels. First we have to separate the kernel and then use the method of solution of these type of the problems. So the method of the solution of the type of the problems, we will discuss a problem of these type and then discuss about the solution of the problem. The problem is find the eigenvalues and eigenfunctions of the following homogeneous integral equation. The solution of a homogeneous equation, the solution of a homogeneous integral equations, we have to find the eigenfunction of that integral equations. The solution of the integral equations means to find the eigenfunction of that integral equation. So to find the eigenfunction of an integral equation, first we have to find the eigenvalues of that integral equation, and then we have to find the eigenfunctions of the integral equation. The problem is gx is equals to lambda integral 0 to 2 pi. Gx is equals to lambda integral 0 to 2 pi sin x plus t gt, sin x plus t gt dt. We have to solve this integral equation, homogeneous integral equation, or we have to find the eigenvalues or the characteristic numbers of this equation, and then we have to find the eigenfunction of this integral equation. The solution of the problem starts with the equation, homogeneous equation. This equation can be written as gx is equals to lambda integral 0 to 2 pi sin x cos t plus cos x sin t gt dt. Now if we separate the kernel, then we find it as lambda sin x integral 0 to 2 pi cos t gt dt plus lambda cos x integral 0 to 2 pi sin t gt dt, or this can be written as gx is equals to lambda c1 sin x plus lambda c2 cos x. Lambda c1 sin x plus lambda c2 cos x number 2. Rather, this is the gx, and gx is the unknown function, and the solution of the integral equation is to find the value of the unknown function. So gx is equals to lambda c1 sin x plus lambda c2 cos x is the required solution of the given integral equations. Now in order to find this gx, we have to find the constants c1 and c2. c1 and c2 here given by where C1 is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi cos t gt dt, and C2 is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi. C2 is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi sin t gt dt number 4. Now our task is to find the values of C1 and C2. So C1 and C2 can be found by using equation numbers first and second with the help of the equation, third and fourth with the help of the equation number second. So first we find the value of C1. Now C1 is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi cos t gt dt, cos t gt dt. Here gx is given, here gx is equals to lambda c1 sin x plus lambda c2 cos x. So putting the value of this one, lambda c1 sin x, so this is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi cos t lambda c1 sin x plus lambda c2 cos x. Rather, this is C1. We have to find C1 is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi cos t gt dt, and gx is equals to lambda c1 sin x plus lambda c2 cos x. So C1 is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi cos t gt dt, integral 0 to 2 pi cos t gt is lambda c1 sin t plus lambda c2 cos t dt. This is gx is equals to lambda c1 sin x lambda c2 cos x. So this is c1. Now solving this one, we get this is lambda into c1 integral 0 to 2 pi 2 sin t sin 2t upon 2 dt plus lambda into c2 cos square t integral 0 to 2 pi 1 plus cos 2t upon 2 dt. Now if we integrate this one, we get this is lambda c1 upon 2 integration of sin t 2t is cos 2t with minus sign upon 2, and the limits are from 0 to 2 pi plus lambda into c2 upon 2. The integration of this one is t plus sin 2t upon 2, and the limits are from 0 to 2 pi. If we put these limits of t, then we get this one as lambda into pi into c2. All these values are 0. We get lambda pi c2. So we get c1 minus lambda pi into c2 is equals to 0. This is number 5. This is a relation between c1 and c2. Now again, if you find the value of c2, then c2 is equals to integral 0 to 2 pi sin t gt dt, integral 0 to 2 pi sin t gt is lambda c1 sin t plus lambda c2 cos t dt. Solving this, we get integral 0 to 2 pi lambda c1 outside the integral sin square t dt plus lambda c2 integral 0 to 2 pi sine 2t upon 2 dt, or we can write it as lambda is c1 by 2. This can be written as integral 0 to 2 pi 1 minus cos 2t upon 2 dt plus lambda into c2 by 2 integral 0 to 2 pi sin 2t upon 2 dt. Or if we integrate this one, we get lambda c1 upon 2. The integration of this one is t. If we have taken twice 2 outside the integral, so t minus integration of cos t sin t sin 2t upon 2, the limits are from 0 to 2 pi, plus lambda into c2 upon 2. The integration of this one is minus cos 2t upon 2 and the limits are from 0 to 2 pi. If we put the limits, then we get c1 is equals to lambda into pi into c2. So rather this is c2. c2 is equals to lambda into pi into c1 and the rest terms are 0. So we get lambda into pi into c1 minus c2 is equals to 0 number 6. Now solving 5 and 6 for c1 and c2. Solving 5 and 6 for c1 and c2, we get by 5, so 1 minus lambda pi, 1 minus lambda pi upon, 1 minus lambda pi and lambda pi minus 1 is equals to 0. Or we get this one is minus 1 plus lambda square pi square is equals to 0. Or we get lambda is equals to plus minus 1 upon pi. So the eigenvalues are, the first eigenvalue is lambda is equals to lambda 1 taken as 1 upon pi, and the another eigenvalue is lambda is equals to lambda 2, this is equals to minus 1 upon pi. So these are the two eigenvalues, and corresponding to these eigenvalues we get two different eigenfunctions. So the eigenfunctions corresponding to lambda is equals to lambda 1 is equals to 1 upon pi. The corresponding value of the eigenfunction to the eigenvalue lambda is equals to lambda 1 h. Gx is equals to lambda c1 sin x plus lambda c2 sin x. So after this one, first we write, before this one we get the values of the lambda, then first we write the value, find the values of sin c1 and c2. So before getting the value of eigenfunction, we find the value of c1 and c2. So putting lambda is equals to lambda 1 is equals to 1 upon pi in 4, we get, putting in equation number 5, sorry, not 4, if we put in number 5, then we get equation number 5 is C1 minus lambda into pi into C2. Lambda is equals to 1 upon pi. So C1 minus lambda, that is 1 upon pi into C2 is equals to 0, or this means C1 is equals to C2. This is number first. C1 is equals to C2, and putting lambda is equals to lambda 2 is equals to minus 1 upon pi, we get C1 is equals to minus C2. So corresponding to these values, now we get the required eigenfunction. So the required eigenfunction corresponding to lambda is equals to lambda 1 is equals to 1 upon pi and C1 is equals to C2, we get gx is equals to, the eigenfunction is gx is equals to lambda C1 sin x plus lambda C2 sin x cos x. Gx is equals to lambda C1 sin x plus lambda C2 cos x. We put lambda is equals to 1 upon pi. C1 is equals to C2. So we get it is C1. So lambda upon pi into C1 multiplied by sin x plus cos x. Now if you take 1 upon pi into C1 is equals to 1, then Gx is equals to G1x. Let first, this is the first eigenfunction. So G1x is equals to sin x plus cos x. This is the first eigenfunction corresponding to the first eigenvalue, lambda 1 is equals to 1 upon pi. The another one is the eigenfunction, another eigenfunction corresponding to lambda is equals to lambda 2 is equals to minus 1 upon pi and C1 is equals to minus C2, we get Gx is equals to, let this is equals to G2x. So this is equals to lambda, that is minus 1 upon pi. C1 is equals to minus C2. This is taken outside the integral. And then we get sin x minus cos x. Now if we take 1 upon pi into C2 is equals to 1, then Gx is equals to G2x is equals to sin x minus cos x. This is the another eigenfunction corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda is equals to lambda 2, which is equals to minus 1 upon pi. So these are G1x and G2x. These are the solution of the given homogeneous integral equation. So in this manner, we can find the eigenvalues and the eigenfunctions corresponding to the homogeneous integral equations or the solution of the homogeneous integral equations. Thank you very much.